Good day to you. We're here in Coventryville United Methodist Church, and it's a beautiful day here in Coventryville. And I'll be sharing some thoughts again from the book by Alan Jones, Soul Making. I'll be reading from the chapter Love, God's Wild Card. And because I have three reflections on love that I like. And they're a little long, so we're just going to confine ourselves to this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're watching. In writing about love, Alan Jones has a couple of things to say that I think are interesting. The first is found, let me find it here. Okay. He starts off by talking about something that you may not think is connected to love, but he wonders what it is that drives one to the brink of the abyss and pushes us through into faith. He writes, "I must confess that I do not know how it's done or why it happens to some and not to others. Theologians use code words like grace and eschatology, there's a fun word to say, to talk about it. And psychologists provide interesting maps to help us understand why one person ends up in a particular place and not another. But the why of it continues to elude me, although I haven't given up the exploration and cannot imagine my doing so. All I know is that love of some kind has got hold of me and will not let me go. This is why I describe myself as a believer and put up with the embarrassment of being seen in some dreadful company, and I am grateful for the many people, both friends and strangers, who don't mind being seen with me." Another thing that he writes is one of the most damaging things about the popular view of love is that it requires being nice all the time. I don't think that I am a particularly nice person. In fact, one of the reasons I count myself among the believers is that I cannot rely on my being nice to pull me through. Being nice is closely allied, of course, to being liked. The two go together. If I am not nice, you won't like me. And if you don't like me, then there is no chance of love springing up between us. This kind of reasoning breeds dishonesty because it means that love becomes a code word for avoiding confrontation or disagreement. True love requires a strict and accurate regard for truth. We live in an age that would prefer the smooth lie to the hard truth. And the result is that we are very poor at honoring genuine feelings and hard-won convictions. In the name of caring for each other, we often do everything we can to diffuse one another's passion. We are embarrassed by strong expressions of emotion. Jones begins his chapter on Love, God's Wild Card with a poem by Anne Sexton, which is a little delightful as far as I'm concerned. This is from her book, The Awful Rowing Toward God. Sexton writes, "I'm mooring my rowboat at the dock of the island called God. The dock is made into the shape of a fish, and there are many different boats moored at many different docks. On with it, he says, and thus we squat on the rocks by the sea and play, can it be true, a game of poker. He calls me. I win because I hold a royal straight flush. He wins because he holds 5 aces. A wild card had been announced, but I had not heard it, being in such a state of awe when he took out the cards and dealt. As he plucks down his 5 aces, and I sit grinning at my royal flush, he starts to laugh, the laughter rolling like a hoop out of his mouth and into mine, and such laughter that he doubles right over me, laughing a rejoice chorus at our two triumphs. And then I laugh. The fishy dock laughs. The sea laughs. The island laughs. The absurd laughs. Dearest dealer, I with my royal straight flush love you so for your wild card, the untamable, eternal, gut-driven, ha-ha, and lucky love. Again, that's Anne Sexton from the Alpha Rowing Toward God. We turn now to our prayer from John Bailey. Let us pray. Almighty and ever-blessed God, I thank Thee for the love wherewith Thou dost follow me all the days of my life. I thank Thee that Thou dost inform my mind with Thy divine truth, and undergird my will with Thy divine grace. I thank Thee for every evidence of Thy Spirit's leading, and for all those little happenings which, though seeming at the time no more than chance, yet afterwards appeared to me as part of Thy gracious plan for the education of my soul. O let me not refuse Thy leading, or quench this light which Thou hast kindled within me, but rather let me daily grow in grace and in the knowledge of Jesus Christ, my Lord and Master. Yet I would not think only of myself or pray only for myself as I now seek Thy presence. I would remember before Thee all my human brothers and sisters who need Thy help. Especially I think of those who are faced by great temptations, of those who are faced by tasks too great for their powers, of those who stand in any valley of decision, of those who are in debt or poverty, of those who are suffering the consequences of misdeeds long ago repented of those who, by reason of early surroundings, have never had a fair chance in life, of all family circles broken by death, of all missionaries of the kingdom of heaven in faraway corners of the earth, of those who lift high the lamp of truth in lonely places. Dear Father of all humankind, make me the human channel, so far as in it me lies, through which Thy divine love and pity may reach the hearts and lives of a few of those who are nearest to me. Amen. Our hymn is Love Divine, All Loves Excelling. Sorry, I want to start that over. Love divine, all loves excelling, joy of heaven to earth come down, fix in us Thy humble dwelling, all Thy faithful mercies crown. Jesus, Thou art all compassion, pure unbounded love Thou art. Visit us with Thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Breathe, oh breathe Thy loving Spirit into every troubled breast. Let us all in Thee inherit, let us find that second rest. Take away our bent to sinning, Alpha and Omega be, end of faith as its beginning, set our hearts at liberty. Come, Almighty, to deliver, let us us all thy life receive. Suddenly return and never, nevermore thy temples leave. Thee we would be always blessing, serve thee as thy host above. Pray and praise thee without ceasing, glory in thy perfect love. Finish then thy new creation, pure and spotless let us be. Let us see thy great salvation, perfectly restored in thee. Changed from glory into glory, till in heaven we take our place, till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love, and praise. I hope you have a great day, and I hope this time of meditation has been beneficial to you. Take care until I see you again. Bye-bye.